But what's the difference between the alcohol and the bad one?
Well, alcohol is bad in every way.
But the bad one is okay.
Which one is the bad
Mate,
one? What's the bad one? What's the good one?
For me, none of them is good. But for
Exactly,
me, the
that's
bad
what I
one,
mean.
the bad one, I got like a whole sermon because of those bad ones. A whole sermon.
You know, in my culture, people disregard alcohol. You know, they classified it as something really, really bad. So if you're someone who drinks a lot, you know, you don't get that respect from, you know, the community around the people you live with.
Crossword or alcohol. You say that alcohol
is another level. It's the next level.
Well, I mean, different culture, different stuff. Because for me, growing up in a Christian home, bad word is out of the question.
Yeah, of course.
Remember, Jesus drank ton water into water. So,
oh, is that where we're going?
No, I'm just saying.
Please don't call Jesus in this matter, yeah?
No, but I'm just using that as an example. So there's nothing wrong with alcohol, but
there's nothing wrong, actually.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Joint Insights Unfiltered. I'm your host, Big G, and beside me is
the Bushmaster.
All right, let's get right into it. So, we've been in the UK for a good while now, and I've seen some really crazy stuff, like things that I know.
Some weird stories.
Yeah. I have some weird stories as well, like stuff that I've seen, like literally with my two own eyes, and like some of the stuff that I've seen is like this. I'm telling you.
I remember recently, like, I had a weird experience.
Yeah.
Like, have you ordered the food, and then at the end of the day,
like
they brought
Uber
you something totally different? Have you ever experienced something like that before?
No, I've never experienced that. I don't really like. For me, where I live, there's not much
Okay, those fast food.
Yeah, there's not much fast food. There is, but the distance and they're not appealing to me.
Yo, mate, what happened to me that day? I was starving.
Right.
Like, I didn't have food the whole day because I was so busy. doing other stuff.
I know how it gets.
It can get busy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, you forget about even chewing something, even a chewing gum. You forget about it. Yeah. So I was actually starving that day, and I decided, wait, I can't go out. It was a bit windy.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's gonna rain and very chilly outside.
Yeah.
I feel like no, I can't step out, you know, chasing food tonight. So I better order online.
I know that feeling.
Buy something online. So I went on Just Eat app. You know the app,
yeah. Of course. There's Just Eats and there's Uber Eats as well.
Yeah, there's Uber Eats. Yeah. I remember you Just Eat. Yeah, I remember using Just Eat.
Yeah.
So what I did when I log on the app, I was trying to get something really quick. You know, I was craving, you know, the Kentucky fried chicken. You know what? What's that? Kentucky fried chicken.
Bro.
That's KFC, man.
No. It's the way I pronounce it. Say that again.
Kentucky.
Guys, you hear that? Kentucky fried chicken. Bro.
Okay, Kentucky. Whatever. Yeah. So I decided to go in for the KFC,
right,
as commonly known. And I placed an order. So I was actually craving wings. And I ordered the full, the big bowl.
Big bowl of wings.
Yes, chicken wings.
Oof.
So it costs about 12 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I ended up paying about £14.
Yeah, because you have to pay for delivery. Yeah.
It was good. Everything went well. So I was expecting my food. So it took about half an hour to get the delivery.
That's a long wait, isn't it?
He can't help it.
Yeah.
Took about half an hour. So when the delivery guy came, he called me on the phone, and I went my way out to meet him. So when I got to him, he said, "Are you Kelvin?" "No, I'm not Kelvin. I'm the Bushmaster." That's just a joke, man. Yeah. So he said, "You ordered KFC?" I said, "Yes." The guy is an Indian. I don't want to try the accent, you know.
Yeah.
You ordered KFC? Yes. It sounded like that.
Yeah.
So when I say yes, man, I ordered KFC. I was actually starving. That's why I got some food online. So did you bring it to me? Or he say, yeah. Just wait for me. I'm going to give it to you. He opened his stuff and handed me a very massive, bro.
But at that time, were you like, did you expect it to be that big?
No.
So
It was weird. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
but at the same time, you're hungry, so you didn't give a shit, did it?
bro, I was like, wait. I was doubting it. Like, I was a little bit hesitant. So I was asking, is this mine?
Yeah.
He said, yes. You ordered KFC? The guy's me like, he want to go. Yeah. Okay. I just pick it up. Like, the packaging was actually big.
Yeah.
And when I was heading off, he called me back. You left something. I said, what? I didn't order for anything else. So he was bringing out those fizzy drink, Coke, 2 bottles of canned Coke. And he said, this is yours. I said, what? I didn't order for that.
But at that time, did you not like say, okay, nah, probably he gave me the wrong order?
Of course, like it crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Like, this could be you giving me the wrong thing. He said, no, you ordered KFC. He's still confirming. I said, yes. I said, okay. I just took it.
Okay.
I said, all right. I don't know what's happening. Perhaps it could be that they're doing a promo.
Or something, yeah.
I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'm just going to enjoy because at the end of the day, I'm starving.
Yeah.
I went back in and started, took everything out of the packaging. And,
Right.
mate, I can't believe it. That was just too much food for me alone.
So what was in the packaging?
Bro, there was chicken wings, full pack.
How much rings?
10 in pack.
Ooh. Wow.
There was wrapped, chicken wrap with some other. There was burger and then some nuggets.
Where was
chicken
I?
nuggets.
Where was I that day?
I don't know.
Where was I?
I don't fucking know. Bro, I'm like, no, this can't be happening. This is not what I ordered. Because this is literally more than 14 pounds.
That's like 20 quid.
It could be.
Could be around there, roughly
And,
25, 20 quid.
Free drinks.
Yeah.
I'm like, bombo class. What's happening to me? Yeah. I didn't mind. I started eating because I was
hungry.
Yeah. I was already halfway through it. And suddenly my phone just rang. And strange number. I'm like, could it be what I was thinking? Because this could be, I've got someone else ordered.
But at that time, I'm sure there were 2 things on your mind. One is either the wrong promo, or 2, you have the wrong order. But you didn't give a shit because you were hungry.
I was hungry and I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And the delivery guy was actually insisting, pushing everything on me. You order KFC? Like,
yeah.
Of course, I ordered KFC. So when the phone rang, I picked the call. And the guy introduced himself. Guess what? The guy is also called Kelvin. I'm like, woof. What's happening? What's going to happen today? So the guy spoke. He told me everything. Like, it appears that I've got the wrong order. And they sent another wrong order to him. And he's not sure how we're going to do that to exchange the goods.
But how far was he from you?
I think he said he was quite far away from me when I gave him my location.
That didn't even make sense getting it.
And I'm like, mate.
But all right, you guys have the same name, but
Which has got similar name.
Similar name, but what about the surname, the title? It's
I don't know.
How did he mix that up?
I think that will happen right at KFC. They might have exchanged the order right at the pickup stage.
Oh.
See?
So okay.
It could be that's what happened.
That was a bad day for KFC, innit? You have to give a refund.
Mate, I was halfway through the food and the guy was bitterly complaining. You could feel his pain. He was actually hungry.
I know that feeling because that's more of one more to feed.
It appears that the order wasn't for him alone. You know, it was kind of a group order.
Yeah.
And they brought everything to me instead. Bro. Well, I just told him, mate, what's going to happen here? I'm happy to meet you wherever you are. But it's so unfortunate I'm halfway through the food. Mate, like, he said, oh, no, don't worry. Like, it's okay. It's not my fault at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was suggesting to me we should both ring KFC.
Yeah.
So we can put in a complaint,
right.
so we can get a refund. I said, okay, I'm gonna do that. And he had the call out.
You had a good day that day, though.
Man, I wasn't expecting it. You know, I got more than what I was expecting. And
well, you said you was hungry, innit? So how much? But what did you eat? Did you eat everything?
I didn't. I had to throw some of the things. So I don't eat wraps. Those chicken nuggets, I don't eat them. So I have to ditch so many things.
Where was I?
I don't know, man.
Where was I? That would have been a good feast, you know.
Man. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I have to get rid of some of it. I only ate a few of it. And that night, guess what? I went back on the phone. I called KFC. I bitterly complained as if I never got any food, man. I said, why would you do that? I was hungry from morning till this evening. I haven't had any food. I was starving. And I ordered food because I was craving that lovely chicken wings. But you just brought something totally different to me. And it's not acceptable. I need my refund. You know, I made it sound like it's serious. But mate, I was already full, man. And guess what? The complaint went in. KFC said they can't do anything about it.
Right.
I should phone
I think
the delivery company.
Yeah. Ooh. So it wasn't okay. So KFC got their money, but Uber,
they don't want to.
Oh, Uber had a bad day, innit?
So, you know, it's kind of difficult to reach out to Uber customer service if you run into trouble. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a pain in the ass to speak to one of them.
Yeah.
But I kept trying and eventually it went through and I filed in the complaint. I took picture of everything I had on the table, including the drinks and everything, and I emailed everything to them. So the following day, they gave me a refund. They gave me my £14 back.
Do you know if the guy got his refund?
Definitely, he might. I don't know.
I would have given him a call just to find out. So on that topic though, with Uber, I had an experience with it, but it wasn't like a food, right?
Yeah.
So I was traveling, going about my business here, and I took a taxi, and for some reason, you know when your mind is telling you something and then you still go against your mind and then it happens and you're like,
yeah, you were actually.
It's like your mind was literally telling you that is gonna happen, and you still allowed it to happen because you're stubborn.
It's just like your instinct was telling you.
My spider.
Beware.
My spider senses were tingling, but
spider senses. No, you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, so
I never knew, man.
Peter Parker, yeah. Yeah, so what happened, right? So me and my wife, she's sitting there with our son in the car seat, and I'm here. And I put the phone on the chair, and I was like, my mind was saying, you're gonna forget that phone if you leave it there. I was like,
Well, your mom actually warned you.
No, not my mom. My mind.
Your mind.
It's like my mind is telling me you're gonna leave that phone there. You know you're very forgetful. You're gonna leave that phone there. I was like, whatever. So I was there. We reached to our destination. Got out. When I'm there, I'm like, I can't find my phone. I said, oh my God, I can't believe.
You can't believe. Wait, you had it. It crossed your mind.
It crossed my mind,
and
I left it right there.
You know, it can happen.
It happens. Believe me, that happened to me more than once. I don't ever go against my mind.
But the question is, what phone was it? Was it an Android phone or
Android? No Android there. It was an iPhone. iPhone.
Which iPhone? Is it iPhone?
Not the one I have
10?
now. No, the iPhone 30. There's an iPhone 10.
Yeah, you've got the XR.
Yeah. No, the XR.
X or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, they're so outdated.
So what phone was
it's
it?
It's an iPhone 13 Pro.
13 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's money, man.
Yeah, that's money.
Yeah.
And it literally came out that time when I had it. I think.
Dang.
Yeah. So fast forward. So I was like, babe, I forgot my phone.
Yeah.
She was like, I saw you put the phone there. I was like, I hope he picks it up. But then she was telling
you were actually questioning your wife.
No, after she was telling me she saw me put the phone on the chair.
Okay.
But she said she was saying to herself, I hope he picks it up. But then she was going to remind me. But then we got to our destination the same time, and then she came out because we were taking the car seat out of the taxi and what's that. So I was like, I grab her phone and I called them, and you know, getting onto them is like it's like mission impossible.
That's what I say. It's kind of impossible. Yeah. If you run into a problem, you want to read the Uber.
Yeah, I know. Uber, you guys need to do better, man. You guys need to do really better.
Got to do better.
Your lack of communication, yeah. So, luckily, I got on to them.
You managed to.
Yeah, I managed to reach out and get onto them.
Did you use a different mobile phone?
No, I used my wife's phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got onto them, spoke to whatever. They connected me to the driver. The driver said, "Well, mate, I was on my way to do a taxi service, a drop off. Wow. So if you want me to bring the phone to you, I would have to pay." I said,
you have to pay.
I have to pay. I was like, yeah, whatever. Just bring it, man. Just bring it.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
The phone is much more pricey.
I don't care. That's my phone. Yeah, because the destination where we had, I needed a ticket on that to go on the train. So I was like, yeah, bring it. Bring it. So I literally ended up paying 10 quid.
Bro, I would say you're very lucky.
The guy, you know what the guy said? The guy said, mate, you're very lucky because there was 2 people in that car, and I don't know how they didn't see it.
Someone could have simply, pick it up and put it in his pocket.
But if they did, I could have tracked it.
To add to your experience, I also had some weird thing that happened to me a while ago.
Yeah.
I left behind something really valuable.
What was it?
That was my mobile router, portable router.
The thingy that I see you with, yeah?
Yeah.
Massive. That's powerful.
Yeah. I spent quite a few.
I think I need to invest in all of those.
Yeah. When it happened, unfortunately for me, the moment I left the vehicle, the car, less than 10 seconds, when the car left off, that's when I realized I've left something. And I was running. I ran after the car, shouting.
So you're Flash then? So I'm Spider-Man, you're freaking Flash. You're running after vehicles now.
Not running, but I literally run after the car.
Yeah.
Thinking the driver might see me in the mirror and stop.
She probably. So what happened?
She left, man.
Oh,
she didn't stop.
Wow.
She didn't stop. And immediately when it happened, I went on my phone, quickly log on back onto the Uber app, take screenshot of everything, the car number, the driver's, photo profile and everything. And instantly I tried to get in touch with the driver, trying to the phone call feature on the Uber app. Unfortunately, The driver did not have an actual number there. The number was new, like
Wow.
not working. You know, my experience is just horrible because I would say fast forward. I didn't get it back. It was lost.
Yeah.
After trying everything, reporting to the police and everything, nobody was able to help me to get that thing back. And the strange thing is, when the thing happened, it took about 3 good weeks. They didn't reach out to the driver. She was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
Uber tried reaching out to her, nowhere to be found. I did, nowhere to be found. I reported to the police. The police tried to reach out to her, nowhere to be found.
No, so the police tried to reach out to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I had to file.
But, I mean,
that.
back home in my country, that would have been hard. But, mate, there's so much technology is so advanced in the UK.
Yeah.
They should have been able to find that.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's something I cannot track as well. You can't track it, else I would have been able to track it. But it was gone. They tried everything, but we couldn't get it back. After 3 weeks, the lady, the driver came back. She showed up.
Really?
Not in person. They were able to reach out to her after the 3 weeks. But she said she hasn't seen anything in the car.
So where was she the 3 weeks?
Nobody knows. Nobody gave me any answer. And it's unfortunate. Yeah, I lost it. It was quite pricey.
That's hard.
You
That's
know,
hard.
it happens. I learned from it, and that's why I got it back. You know, you see those. I don't know the name, the actual name. How you call it, those tiny bag you can hook around your neck and then put stuff.
Oh
in
yeah.
they have a special name, but
is it a man pack?
Man pack?
Man knock snap?
Perhaps. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Knapsack, something.
So, I've got this nice question for you.
Yeah.
So, what's your weirdest experience you've had when you first landed to UK?
This might come as a surprise. But to be honest, like me coming from the Caribbean, right? Like, I don't want to song.
First of all, before you move on, let's start from when you landed to the UK. When you came out of the airplane through the security check, how was your experience?
After going through everything was smooth. Everything was smooth.
So you were able to pass the immigration security easily.
When the person in front of me,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, the way they treated her, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God.
I was shaking in my pants, but obviously I had proper documents, so went through smoothly. When I was passing out, they had dogs there, and they were watching me like, oh, you're black.
Yo, man, it could be really stressful.
So they were watching me, I was watching them. They're watching me, I'm watching them. I was like, and the dogs are watching me like, it's
what's going to happen?
What's going to happen? Like, yeah. But
I was sneaking some.
Yeah. Yeah, because the dog is watching me. So they're watching me, the dog is watching me. Then they're watching the dog, and I'm watching the dog. But the dog is just looking at me. He was like, all right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, so I passed through everything good. When I came out, the first thing that slapped me in my face was that cold breeze.
I know what you're gonna say. The weather, man.
The weather.
Exactly. I know that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
It feels like they've taken you from a very warm room and put you into the freezer.
Well, funny thing is, when I came up, it was in July, so it was coming on to summer. So I was like, I was in a t-shirt, a jeans pants.
Man, and you were bringing the Caribbean vibe.
But when I got on the plane and they turned the AC up, because that is the first time I'm flying like those big international. So I was like, I don't know how to turn the AC off from the thing, so I couldn't be asked. Yeah, so I was there shivering. But when the plane left Vinci, I was like,
oh.
I was grinning away like, I was like, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man.
You heading somewhere, man.
Big things I got, yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that feeling, I know it.
Yeah, boy.
It's like, whoa. This all new experience.
I tell her the green reach and me back of me ears, brother.
Whoa. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Because first time flying those big things, but the plane was really cold. It was really cold.
And do you know, let's go back, okay? When you're on the plane, when it gets to some kind of altitude, very high in the sky, does it affect your hearing?
The
Did you experience that?
first time, no, it didn't really affect me. But the second time, I had to literally send my finger in my ears
to unlock it, to open it.
Yeah, to unlock it. Yeah, that was when I was flying back to St. Vincent. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I had to literally like hold it and then pop it out just to, cause it was, and I was chewing gum the whole time, and still, I hate it. Yeah, but as I was saying, going up in the air, it was good. The AC was really cold, and then when I got there, obviously the slap in my face with the weather, and then when I got to my destination, the first thing I saw, me coming from the Caribbean, I was saying, me coming from the Caribbean, I'm thinking like, okay, UK is gonna be like a place that the streets are clean. There's not gonna be anyone there. Do you know that when I went in the town, you know what I was seeing?
Well, what?
I was seeing.
So you actually landed in daytime.
Yeah, I landed. Yeah, because you fly like a Sunday or Wednesday.
And you get here
so
the next day?
If you fly the Wednesday, you get there the Thursday morning. If you fly the Sunday, you get there the Thursday, the Monday morning. Yeah.
Okay.
They do flights in Monday as well.
Okay, great.
But that's on specific times, like holiday times. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So when I got there,
so you could literally see.
No, when I got there and I reached my destination, and then went into the town for the first time, I was dressing up. I had because I'm from the Caribbean. When you're going to town, you dress you dress to impress. And my mom was like, I was dressed to impress. My mom was like,
bro, I get that.
Yeah, I'm dressing to impress. Yeah, my mom was like, you know where you at? Certain places, you have to be, you dress good, but you don't overdress because you never know who's watching you. I was like, you say, Mom, it's my time now. Long. Gabs out. Then we say this in our country, gabs out, Yeah, rev out the thing, man. Me going down in that tongue and me look hard. You was? And then, man. Go down in there, first thing me see, brother.
Wow.
A vagrant. You know what's a vagrant?
What's that?
Okay, we say vagrant. What's the correct word? But the people like homeless people.
Remind me so we can put it on the screen for the viewers to see what you mean.
Yeah, vagrant. We say vagrant, but it's homeless people. I was like,
homeless people? Okay, you mean the homeless.
Like, nah.
So
that was very shocking for me because obviously it might sound like it's to some people it might sound like okay, it's everywhere, but
I think you had a wrong perception.
I had the wrong perspective. I was like, okay.
So when you came in, you landed, you seen homeless in the street. You were like, wait, how come this famous place?
Yeah, the land of opportunities. Like me coming there, I was like, I didn't expect that because for me, bro, living here, like getting to walk freely, like with when I say freely, I mean like the right way. Yeah, like bro, there's so many walks you can do. There's so many walks you can. Me seeing that was like that was a big shocker for me.
It's unfortunate. I can relate to what you said, seeing homeless, because it's been a shock for me as well when I started seeing homeless around.
Yeah.
Even though I knew, there could be people like that all over the world, in any kind of country. But it's a shock when you see people, very nice people, looking good looking, all well put together, but being homeless. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why. I didn't judge. I didn't make any comment about it. But as time went by, I understood anybody can become homeless. It can happen to anybody.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. When you understand how the system is, how the financial whatever works in the system.
But then living here for a long period of time, it made me realize how people can end up in that situation. I mean, it might be similar to living in like in a Commonwealth country, but here there's literally things here that can send you right into so much debt till you're homeless. Easy.
Yeah.
Wait, let me tell you one thing as well. You see, like obviously up here, I didn't know, but obviously you up here you have to be in some sort of debt in order to get a good credit score. But I was like, this is a freaking mind game.
Yeah.
It's a mind game because back in my home country, right? You can owe this company, like you can owe this company like thousands of dollars, like probably 500, 600. Obviously, they're gonna be behind you with it. At some point, you're gonna have to pay for it. I don't, wherever maybe the case is, you're gonna have to pay for it at some point, or you pay when you can. Obviously, there's gonna be arrears and what's not.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't do credit score and all that stuff. We don't do those stuff. So like,
So the system is not like a credit system.
It's not a credit system. So the only person that knows that you owe this company is the company, and you and whoever in your household or whoever friend you tell that situation to, right? Yeah. So you still can go to a different organization and still do the same thing. Like you can.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, you can. Like
so you can enter into contract with a company, and it does not affect you. Anything of your financial.
No, because I remember I remember like if you like, let me see, like okay, like phone company, like say in St. Vincent there's Flow and there's well it was Lime first, but they changed it to Flow, and there's Digicel. That's the two phone companies around the Caribbean. Flow and Digicel. Right? So you can offload, right?
Yeah.
Like say you offload $1,000 EC dollars, Eastern Caribbean dollars. You can still go to Digicel and start a new contract with them.
Wow.
And that doesn't affect your flow bill. Because you can still pay that wherever even if you stay long with it, it's just gonna be there. Obviously they're gonna ring you up and say you need to pay that such and such. But that bars you from doing anything else from them, because obviously you need to pay that off first. But it doesn't affect your Digicel contract, which is, I say, for me is good. But my brother, you can't do that up here, you can't do that.
Yeah, true. You can do that.
It's like call a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend. You say we are gang up on him, and I say, if you're 002 or you're OEE or you're 03, remember say when three decide for say you go do call credit reference, when they call credit reference and they say, well, such and such is not paying their bill, and we are reporting that, and credit reference is gonna say, okay, that's what you're doing. You think you're a bad boy, and they're gonna block you everywhere, every freaking way, and you can't take anything. And that was a big shocker for me because in order for you to get something, you have to pay to build your credit score. The first thing I had to do, like
you've got to get into some kind of
debt or be paying something monthly just to build your credit score. And my advice to people, like if you're traveling, I can't say for America if it's the same, but like
it is. They also got most of the European and the first world countries got this kind of system.
Yeah, but
credit
for my little bit of advice, take my 2 cents here. My little bit of advice for the listeners. Make sure, say, when you come to the UK, right? When you come to the UK to live and start a new life, make sure to build your credit score. Just take a SIM. They tell you take a SIM, and then you take it for about 3 months.
Yeah, about 6 months?
No, I did 3 months, and then
that's good, man.
Then I got a phone. But I think it depends on whatever network. Yeah. Because the first one I did it with for 3 months, and then I switched over to O2. Yeah. But as I was saying, in order to build a credit score, you have to do in some sort of debt. But the thing about it, the debts, as you see, if you get a good credit score here, then all these credit cards companies, they start sending you,
Yeah, you
take
start
credit
getting
card,
things
take credit card, yeah,
push.
take credit card. I remember my credit score was really, it is still good.
Okay, if you say good, what's good?
A good credit score for me is
No,
like,
to your own perspective, how best
okay,
you're doing.
a
What do you say?
good credit score perspective for me would be like, you see anything around 500 going up, then that's good.
Okay.
You're eligible for stuffs. But anything below going 4, going down to 3, then your credit score needs work.
Yeah, it takes time to get there.
But even if it's at 4, like say 470, 450, it's not that bad. But obviously there's stuff like if you owe stuff because, and the thing about it, there's different stuff that affect your credit score, like changing address and
all kind
opening
of
a new
things.
bank account. I was like,
taking something on finance.
on finance.
Yeah.
I was like, brother, these people, I was like, wow. That I'm telling you, that was a big shock for me. But like, literally, if you want to build a credit score, just get a small SIM, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Just get a small SIM, get something that you can pay monthly for, and it will build your credit score.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's apps like Clear Score and Experience, and there's this other one, what's the name of that? Let me see if I have it.
I personally don't use...
And Credit Karma as well.
Okay.
Yeah, see, they will check your credit score and they will tell you like where you need to work on and what's not. And then they will start referring you, oh, you can get this credit card from this company, you can get this credit card. The mistake I made was, boy, try one.
You got...
And then I said, okay, I go try next one.
You keep trying.
And then keep trying. And I'm like, but then, and that's why I messed up the first time. I was like,
oh,
shit.
Man.
Yeah.
That's going to affect your score badly. So badly.
But I mean, even if you take it, it drops, but it doesn't drop too much, right? It doesn't drop too much. But the only way it drops is if you take them and then you start, you see, if you take them and you don't use them, it affects it. And if you take them and you use them and you don't pay for them in time, it affects it. You literally can get carried away with it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to, enjoy it once. Yeah. And then you'll be hooked.
I'm telling you, mate.
You'll be hooked. Yeah, I would say I personally, when I started working on my credit, stuff like that, I went in for EE. I got like a SIM-only contract.
Okay.
And it took me 6 good months to be able or to be eligible for an upgrade.
So did you just take the SIM?
Yeah, I initially went in for only the SIM card because obviously I had an Android phone, right, an old phone using, and I didn't rush to get a new phone.
Right.
And because I didn't have any credit score, any credit history, I couldn't take any phone straight. So I have to build it stuff from somewhere. So they were able to give me the SIM only. And after the 6 months, I got a call. I could upgrade, but I didn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't do it?
No. I didn't do it. Yeah, that's it. So many things can happen, can go wrong, especially when you first land here and you know people who've been here before you and have some kind of experience, advices to share with you. It's good to ask questions.
And the mistakes some people could make, sorry to cut you off, but like you see like when you come and then people start giving you advice and tell you, there's certain stuff that you don't do and you have to be very careful. I remember coming up, I would say I was a little bit stubborn when advice was given to me, but now that I've been here long enough, I'm like,
yeah,
you have to be very wise, yeah?
Yeah, as we say, experience is, the best teacher. They do say that. Yeah. But if you don't make mistake, you never learn.
True. That's true.
But you don't have to wait to make mistake to learn. Obviously, the only thing I would say, allow yourself to fail, but be smart about every move.
Yeah.
Take risk though, but go in steps. If not, you're gonna crash.
Talking about that, so back back then when I said my mom was telling me you have to cut down the dressing a bit,
Yeah.
like certain places, brother. So
What happened?
well, I'm gonna get to it. So I went down here. I had on this nice Jordans, and I had on.
You're a Jordan fan?
Oh yeah, man. I'm a Jordan, Nike. I only wear Jordans and Nike and Clarks. That's the three shoes that I wear. I don't like Adidas, and I don't like Reebok. So just that's the three type of shoes that I wear. Oh, and I'm a little bit of fan of Alexander McQueen. I do have one shoes, Alexander McQueen.
I get it.
Yeah, it's very pricey though. Yeah. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So I had on a nice Jordans because it's summer here. I had on a nice short pants and I was all black and the Jordans black and red. So I'm going down in the tongue. Just that time, as I said, I did the 3 months, got a phone, the iPhone
great.
13 Pro phone. Went down into the tongue center, yeah. And I'm there. And my mom was like, be careful, yeah. I was like, Mom, you don't know, I'm a big man, yeah. So I'm going down to the tongue center. And I was supposed to meet her that day. So she called me and I was on the phone. I took it out. Because at that time, those phones were
very latest.
Yeah. So I took it out. I was on the phone with her, yeah. And then I saw this guy looking at me, and I feel
Wait, was in London?
Yeah, in London.
What?
So I saw this guy dead watching me. I was like, shit, this is gonna be a scene. So I hung up the phone quickly, put it in my pocket, and I'm continuing my way.
At least you've been aware of your surroundings.
Growing up, I've always been told that be aware of my surrounding. Even when I'm at parties, you see when I drink here, when I go to parties, that's why I don't drink. Because when I go to parties and I drink,
you go crazy, man. You get carried away.
No, not carried away. I get it's the opposite. I get drunk, but I don't react like I get paranoid. I'd be like,
so you
overthink everything. Like if this person put into me, suppose he wants to get into a fight. So that's why I don't drink. That's what
I get what you mean.
Yeah. So anyways, back to what I'm saying. Right. So I see him watching me from the back here because I'm watching my surrounding anytime anywhere I go. So I see him. I quickly put the phone in my pocket and I'm walking. Yeah. All I remember of me, yo bro. I was like,
he was talking to you.
Yeah, he's calling me now. It's like,
yo bro.
I was like, I have 7 siblings. None of them are here with me. Who the frig is this guy?
Wait, he's telling you he's got.
No. I'm saying to myself,
okay.
I have 7 siblings.
Yeah,
but none of them are here with me.
Who's that
guy? There's 2 guys and this girl. These people, it's like they're sitting at home, freaking practicing these stuff, you know. The girl started saying, oh, she's tracking the phone and she's showing me the Glugo thing and what's not. The way she was speaking here, it's like, shit, did I actually thief this phone? The way she was talking, I started to believe that me steal the phone, you know. I started to believe.
Yeah.
Like, because I start going through my contracts, like, I hope Otto is not a scam. It's like she's tracking the phone, but then what she did was she said, I was tracking the phone and the phone is a 13 Pro Max. And I said, oh, she's trying to scam me because it's not a Pro Max, it's a Pro. I was like, oh, you're trying to scam me, innit? And like, they're not moving from here. And then even if they can't get into the phone, they're gonna scrap it. Really, and that's not. I just put the phone back in my pocket and they were carrying on. The guy was trying to like run up to me. I was like, let me tell you something on the boss. Me say, if you boot up next to me again, me say, I go kick you down, you know. Me say, now pass it again, you know. So like, me start speaking like that. I don't know if he thought I was Jamaican. Me say, brother, now boot up on me again, you know.
I get it.
Me say, now do it again. At some point, I think like they started to get scared and then they just go walk the way. And you know, I saw the same guy in the same
Like the same vicinity, the same place.
vicinity, and he was watching me. I was like watching him. I just did him this, and I just.
Yo, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Well, London can be
Yeah.
a whole lot of jungle on its own, man.
Have you been to Brixton?
No,
Brother,
really.
I'm telling you, you see when you go to Brixton here, don't have your phone in your hands.
Could be snatched. Easy.
It's like it would be snatched, and you still be. It's like the phone will be snatched from you, and it's like you'll be like freaking.
You still feel like you have.
You still feel like you're on the phone.
When I first came here, that was so weird to me, which is how people greet you here.
Yeah.
You meet a stranger. You meet a stranger and say, "You alright?"
Yeah.
Wait, mate. When I first came here,
Yeah.
when you ask me, "You're right," do you know what I think? Perhaps you've seen me. I don't look good. I don't look okay. Maybe something is wrong with me. And you asking, "Am I okay?"
Yeah, I remember
That's what I.
Yeah. That.
Mate, I never knew that just the greetings, man.
That's
You're
just
right.
greetings. Yeah, but I remember that.
You're right. You're not right. You're right.
Because someone I was walking in the street. I don't know the man. Mind you, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. And he asked me, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." You? Yeah. And then I'm walking past now, like, did I give him the impression like something was wrong with me?
Exactly.
It left me wondering.
That's what comes to mind. Like,
I started thinking, was my face weird? I started looking in my phone camera.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's totally different, man. Totally different. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, living here more, when you live here for a period of time, you get to understand their culture.
You pick up the culture, you pick up the way of life.
Yeah.
It comes naturally at the end of the day, but I still find it difficult to respond to "you're right," because sometimes you might not feel good, but if someone asks you, you have no choice. Say, "I'm all right."
Yeah.
Which is, in a way, it's very weird to me. Like, I find it difficult to respond to that kind of greetings. Still, I still battle with it in a way. But it is what it is. Sometimes you just go with the flow. Someone say, "You're right." Yeah, "I'm all right." That's it.
Funny. You know what gets me as well. Like,
Bring it on, man.
bro. I like you would pass someone in the street. I would be like,
oh, man.
They would smile at you, and then as soon as you pass in their face, it's like, so it's like,
mate, one thing is, coming from an African background, we've got very gentle culture, like being so respectful, being nice with people, anybody you meet on the street. When people smile at you, you tend to smile back. Like, they give you energy, you give it back.
Yeah.
Bro, when someone smiles at you, it doesn't even get to 1 second. They frown again.
Yeah.
She's like, what was that?
Like,
I don't get it.
Like they would, you would like say you'd be coming out of they would be coming out of an elevator and you'd be going and they would be like,
what the fuck is that? I don't get it. What's the point of that?
And I would be like, what the shit?
That's weird.
Those stuff were like, it was hard to get hold to because
I still struggle with that kind of, interaction.
Yeah. It's very different because I mean back home in St. Vincent, in the Caribbean in a whole, like you pass someone, you like say good evening, hi, hello. And you're like, you're all right, yeah. If you know the person,
like you vibe nicely, you smile nicely.
Say good evening, they say, hey. And then you go your way and then you walk. Sometimes the way you've been greeted, sometimes you could be in a bad mood, and when someone greets you, and you're like, it actually changes the way how you feel. Yeah. But up here, brother,
it makes things weird. Like,
it makes things weird.
Very, very weird. Like you meet strangers, you meet people, especially. Excuse me to say, most of them are ladies. The women's are the ones who usually put up those fake smiles. Yeah, I call them fakes because someone might just see on the street.
Literally, I think that's just a part of the UK culture in general.
Kind of.
Fake smiles.
Fake smile.
That is something.
It's everywhere, man.
And it's grown on me. I do the same thing as well.
Of course.
Yeah, but at first I'll be like, and then after I've seen it, but then I'm like, if they do me this, I do this. Or sometimes if I'm not in the mood and they do it, I look away.
Oh,
I look away because most of them do that as it's like, psh.
Yeah.
You know what gets me too as well? Like,
something weird?
no, I get like me and you, like, we don't know each other, but we're walking.
Okay.
And then we speak for the whole day. And we laugh and we talk. And I see you in the street thinking you're gonna say, "Oh, what's up, man?" And then you just pass me freaking straight. And I'm standing there like, is he not the same person that I was watching?
Yeah, you could be vibing with them right now. Just in a split time of seconds, yeah? That's it, it's gone. It doesn't know you anymore. It's gone. Yeah, it's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, I was like, that was something. At first I was like offended. Like probably I said something that person didn't like. But then,
so you actually did make a comment. He didn't.
No, like it doesn't have to be like someone you know or you've worked with them for a long period. Like you can just meet them to them and talk to them, and then they would pass you straight on the even in work at the present moment, people are still doing it, and it's like
it's everywhere.
At first, like I felt offended because I was like, okay, maybe I said something.
Yeah. You start questioning yourself.
But then, as you progress, you realize it's just
something part of them,
part of
the culture,
part of the culture. Life. You know, it's a way of life. But all right, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't, I'll be watching you. Yeah. All right.
Exciting news, exciting stories coming up next.
Yeah. All right. Peace.